Good evening, I'm meteorologist John Marshall, and we do have a major storm system that will be affecting the area. It has been starting up the last couple of hours with the rain. The winds are kicking up. This broadcast is done at 5 o'clock on Sunday evening. Folks, this storm is going to develop incredible strength and move rapidly up the coastline. Right now, there's a large trough of low pressure. You can see the satellite picture, all of these yellows and reds and shades of brown. That is just an intense system that is developing rapidly, showing the high-level cloud tops. We have tropical storm or post-tropical storm Felipe located off the southeast coast. There is a developing area of low pressure right now, just northeast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, and a huge trough of energy and low pressure working into the southeastern portion of the country. All of these things are going to combine to give the New York City metropolitan area very heavy rain the next 6 to 8 hours and increasing powerful winds in excess of 60 miles an hour, maybe gusts to hurricane force over portions of Long Island and Connecticut. Radar, again, this is in a time frame from about 4 to 5 o'clock Sunday evening, and it's just a wall of water coming up the eastern seaboard. Okay? We've had some reports of over 2 inches of rain as of 5 o'clock in the immediate New York City metropolitan area, with flooding of highways and streets and some small streams and creeks going over their banks. Folks, it is going to come down to beat the band over the next several hours. The brunt of the storm is now through about midnight to 2 a.m. from south to north. Again, we're expecting a lot of rain, torrential, and on top of that, increasing winds. So all in all, this storm system is what we call bombogenesis. What does that mean? Well, it means a deepening storm within 24 hours. And the latest model of the NAM really did nail this, along with the European, and now the GFS is aboard. All the models are gelling. There's going to be an intense storm that's going to move from the Carolinas offshore to just southeast of Atlantic City tonight at about 8 o'clock. Folks, this storm will come inland over the Parkway of New Jersey and ride north and continue to deepen rapidly. So bombogenesis, meaning this storm is just bombing out. It is exploding over the New York City metropolitan area. Will that storm catch Felipe, that tropical storm off the coast? Most likely not, but once it gets over New England, it looks like it will just grasp the thing. I think that tropical storm will energize our situation with the heavy rain and flash flooding that is expected, and the high winds through the next 7-8 hours at least. A high wind warning is now in effect for all of New York City, northeastern New Jersey, east of the Hudson River, including Rockland County. They're west of the Hudson River, but all of Long Island and Connecticut, high wind warning with winds in excess of 60 miles an hour. I'm really concerned for eastern Long Island. I think that they're going to get into a band of very strong winds, let's say between 10 o'clock tonight and 3 o'clock in the morning, that could approach hurricane force, gusts to that, which is 74 miles an hour. I'm not saying it's going to be sustained. I'm thinking that storm, when it gets wound up and moves up the Jersey coastline, there's just going to be an incredible amount of wind on the right side of it, moving north into Long Island and coastal Connecticut. New York City, you'll get gusts between 55 and 60. Long Island, farther out you go, incredibly concerned about some power outages, some damage, tree damage, power lines down. Now is the time to prepare, just in case you do lose power. Farther to the west, listen, you're away from the incredible strength of this storm wind-wise, but you're still going to have gusts this evening, 30 to 40 miles an hour in the wind advisory area in the areas of yellow. And then once the storm passes tonight to the north, after midnight, the winds are going to switch rapidly to the west, and I think New Jersey will see their highest wind gust inland of 50 miles an hour tomorrow morning for the commute. So it is a rough time of it. The brunt of the storm, again, this evening through about midnight and then just after. No kidding. A flash flood watch is in effect for the entire New York City tri-state area. 1 to 3 inches. We already received up to 2 inches of rainfall as of 5 p.m. Sunday. Locally 5, possibly 6 inches of rain. Do not drive through flooded roadways, folks. You do not know how deep that water is. The motto is turn around, don't drown, okay? This is a high impact, quick hitting event, and it will be out of here by the commute. The rain will, but the wind will continue. Our 5-day forecast, as we see it right now, As we said, tomorrow, Monday, we'll dry things out, maybe some morning showers, but the winds will still be busy out of the west this time, gusting to 50 is my thinking right now, throughout the immediate and most of the metropolitan area. Okay, but we dry things out. Halloween, where has time gone? Big old pumpkin is hanging out. Tranquil, it's going to be a nice, let's say, evening for the trick-or-treaters. 58 degrees, not bad. They need a little cool air with the costumes on. And then Wednesday, we're already in November. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 50s, November 1st. And then as we go through the time, temperatures will moderate into the 60s to possibly even near 70 degrees by Friday. So all in all, again, folks, it's going to pour like all get out, and we are going to have some rough weather the next 6 hours through about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning for eastern Long Island, eastern Connecticut. And then we're just going to have that wind turn to the west tomorrow with winds gusting up to possibly 50 miles an hour on the backside of the storm. You can always get an updated forecast at www.johnmarshallweather.com. Stay safe, have a great evening, and have a good night. Take care.